What's going on, guys? What's up, Pest Control? I am here. Can you hear me? Alrighty. Having evening coffee. I love it. I see a bottle of Midori. There is a bottle of Midori back there, USA. You're correct. You are 100% correct. So, welcome to the Below Average Utah Dad, USA. You appear to be new. On YouTube Shorts, and then your stream popped up. Thank you, Pest Control. I'm sorry, USA. I apologize for not being a very good host. Oh, I think I do remember talking about our Noricos. I'm sorry. Now I feel even worse. So, everybody, thank you for joining us. We got 16 people watching. Ortiz, I saw you were on live. I liked it. Ortiz, I went over there and I saw you. Stringing some fishing line. So, dude, so tonight my goal, and I don't know if it's gonna happen. I would like it to happen. I want to see. I want to see how many people we can get to come in here, and we're gonna try to hit as many new subscribers as we can, as many likes as we can. We're gonna try to get the super chat filled. Thank you, Dust Cover, buddy. We're gonna try to get the super chat filled because one of two things. The gun shop that I bought the Mossberg at, they called me and told me that they got in a used Python. Alaskan Ballistics. I'll have to check out Alaskan Ballistic. Now I need to check that out. I love my fellow Alaskans. So now I'm going to Google it. Alaskan Ballistics. Subscribe. Not even going to look. Just subscribe. Love it. Yeah. USA, let them know. They've got a friend here in Utah. I grew up in North Pole, Alaska, so they definitely have a free sub. I pretty much like everybody that is from Alaska that does live streams and gun stuff or fishing stuff and outdoor stuff. It's a fetish. I know. I get it. What's up, Dangerous? And Dust Cover, thank you. So yeah, as the name of the stream says, the goal tonight is to get as many subs as we can. They put me in the doghouse. They did it last week. They killed my ability to stream a couple nights ago, so I wasn't able to stream at all. They're not liking any of my content, not putting it out, and I'm tired of it. So we're gonna show YouTube, and we're gonna win. If we can get to I think if we can get to the $300, which is the next $500 big swag amount, then if we can get to $300 in donations tonight, I can buy that Kodiak. But also the gun shop that I like to that I bought the Mossberg from, that you see in the background there, and that I like working with, they called me and told me specifically that they got a Colt Python used in today. It's not much less than the Kodiak, so I'm gonna go with the Kodiak, but they did let me know that they have a Colt Python, which I thought was really cool that they reached out to me to do that. They texted me and told me today, so I went and looked at it. It's a 4-inch, not a 6-inch. That's the primary reason I'm not going with it. But also I have worked out. I know what I'm going to do for the giveaway. Thank you, Pest Control. I know what I'm going to do for the giveaway, and I think you guys are going to be I think you guys are going to really like it. What am I doing now? So it's going to be open. Kind of an open forum tonight. We are going to talk about some things. I want to make sure that we talk about what's going on in Texas. We're going to talk a little bit about some things that are happening in Colorado as far as gun laws and FFLs go. So for the 10,000 giveaway, I'm giving away a pistol. I'm going to assemble, I want to make sure I'm using the right terminology. I'm working with Stifler Manufacturing. We're going to get a custom slide from him, and we're going to get we're going to put a trigger like what I have in my PSA daggers, and I'm going to build you guys an optics ready, or an optics, included optics, PSA dagger, with a custom trigger and a custom slide. I think you guys will really like it. The goal is to build you something cool. So then, as long as you can pass the background check, which I'm gonna work with an FFL. I'll probably work with Gunshots or Chief, because they both have FFLs. and we're gonna work with them. We'll run your background stuff, and then as long as whoever gets picked can pass the background, I'm gonna send them. Oh, that's awesome, USA. So I'll assemble the pistol and then I'll ship it to you from my FFL. So I'm gonna do the background check on my end, and then you can pick it up at your FFL. So that's what it's gonna be. If you're already a concealed carry holder, then that'll be really easy because it'll be a compact. It'll be like a Glock 19 clone. But I'm gonna make sure to put, and it's gonna be Utah Dad. Like I'm gonna do something a little, it's gonna be like, it's not gonna be like a super nice optic. It's gonna be like a fun, goofy, below average Utah Dad optic, like what I have. I'm gonna make it fun, and we'll make the slide look a little bit outlandish. We'll get it done right. Don't you worry. We'll get it done right. But that's what's gonna happen at 10,000 subscribers, and then. For every $100, I need to focus more on what? What do I need to focus more? They will have to pay their FFL transfer fee. They won't have to pay for the firearm. So, what's up, chocolates? Unless the person wants to travel out to Utah to pick up, which seems a lot worse. Like I'm gonna pay for the shipping and everything. What rifle is the best that is cheap? Probably a 22 pest control. Hey, Mackenzie. NK, what do you mean I need to focus more? Expand on that. By the way, is that Optimus Prime? Or is that Cobra Commander in your profile pic? Or is it Nemesis Prime? What's up, Mexicans? Yeah. If the person lives in a state that I have a connection with an FFL, I will try to make that happen. What brand is that Palmetto State dagger? It's a Palmetto. It's a Palmetto State dagger. They can be weak, but you asked what is the best cheap rifle. Like a 22 is a great cheap rifle that you can use for, squirrels and little varmints, and you can practice with it and get proficient. And it takes tactical magazine caliber clips. Yes, Ardian, a 20mm rifle is perfect for squirrel hunting. It's excellent. It will blow the lungs right out of the squirrels. So, what I say on YouTube, I'm not worried about it. If YouTube has already shut me down a couple times. I'm sure the ammo for the 20mm is. I appreciate your concern, NK. I appreciate your concern. I like to have fun. Almost everything that I do on this channel is satire. But I can say, channels do giveaways all the time. So that's what this giveaway is going to be. What is my opinion? So here's my opinion on ported guns. There is anecdotal evidence that says ported guns shoot a little bit flatter. But you can also put like a comp on a pistol that would give you the same effect without porting a slide if you have like a semi-automatic handgun. Because you also need to make sure that if you have a ported barrel and you're using a semi-automatic handgun, you need to make sure the slide is ported as well. Otherwise you run into issues. Bacon Socks, what's going on? Hey, thanks for following me on Instagram, Bacon Socks. Thank you, Mike G. So there's, there's just like anything, any type of modification you do to a firearm outside of OEM like configuration, there's always the risk that something potentially negative could happen. So, like there could be a negative repercussion. Everybody that's just joining us, thank you so much. We have 28 people watching. Please remember to double tap the screen. I know it throws people off because it's not Chinese. If you are just coming to us, if you have enjoyed this channel or the content that we put out, liking the stream helps beat the YouTube algorithm and their anti-gun policies, and it helps my channel. It also helps other channels grow. Hi, Lisa. That makes sense, Bacon. You have fun on your vacation. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yep, Operation 10K. Thank you, Mackenzie. What's up, Reaper? Yep, Baba Yaga is here. The zesty one is in the house. So yeah, make sure that you guys are liking the stream. I'm from Utah, NK. I'm from Utah. And remember, hey, Blades and Bullets. I think that's a good choice. Some people will tell you, Blades and Bullets, that the Staccato was a better choice. I don't own a 2011 or a 2011, like a double stack 1911. I don't own one. I've never shot one. And so I don't really have a lot of input on it. I've heard very good things about them. But I've also heard that Staccatos are more likely to fire when they're dropped, which I don't know if that's a big deal. Probably don't drop them, but I've seen pluses and minuses with Staccatos. What I like about Glock is it's kind of like the Toyota Hilux of the gun world. Like, it will just go. It will keep going. You can beat the crap out of it, and it will just work. So, Glocks and Glock variants. Obviously, I don't own actual Glocks. I own Poor Meadow State Armory daggers. I don't care. I love mine. So, I mean, Tim, to give you an idea, the Kodiak, the revolver that I'm talking about in the title of the stream, the Colt Kodiak has a ported barrel. But it's also a revolver. It's not a semi-automatic. It doesn't have a slide. Yeah, Russell, if you're going to upgrade a pistol, like if you're going to upgrade a Glock pattern, if you can find a really good deal on an OEM Glock, go for it. I say that to everybody. But if not, start with a dagger, because it's an inexpensive platform that you can build up and comes with some features that you would have to pay more on a stock Glock just to get. So, you're good, Pest Control. Hi, is that a real bullet? All 4 of those are real bullets, yes. Yes, they are. Welcome to the stream. Please don't forget to like the stream. Go on, go lay down. Go lay down, dogs. Go lay down. So, oh, you know what we need to do, everybody? Coco, go. Go lay down. We need to, do our toast. We need to do our toast. Hold on. So, what's going to be our toast? Last time we were on live, Rozak, no, you can buy firearms online, though. You can buy them from a local retailer. I do not sell weapons, and we can't sell weapons on YouTube. You cannot sell weapons on YouTube. That is against the rules. So we do not sell. Yeah, I didn't think that they were. I've seen enough videos, and I'm like, I don't want to do that. The Daria, the gun guy, 1776, Daria DY9. I don't know that I'm familiar with the Daria DY9. So, I'm familiar with the HPYC9. That's an inside joke, if anybody got it. I hope that somebody did. So, real quick, did anything? Let's take a look real quick in the news. You know what? I think there's enough still going on in Texas. I think we'll toast again to the families in Texas. So, I'll have to look it up. Give me a second. I'll take a look at it. Again, I want to make sure that I am very clear with everyone. I'm not a firearms expert. I am a Second Amendment enthusiast, absolutist, and firearms enthusiast. I've shot for a long time. I'm pretty familiar with most overall platforms. Like, I'm familiar with the Glock platform. I'm familiar with Walther's platforms. I'm familiar with revolvers, but I'm not an expert. I don't know, that looks pretty solid. The DY9, American made, $400. I can't tell if it uses Glock mags or not. It looks like it might use like a variation of Glock mags. I'm a big fan of Glock compatible stuff. Yeah, that looks, just looking at it now from the side, some of the up close stuff. Yeah, that looks pretty solid, bud. Okay, yeah, magazines for Glock 1719. Yeah, I like it. I like it, gun guy. Or sorry, yeah, gun guy. I like the way that looks. I would go. I think that's a good idea. I think we're gonna do vodka tonight. We got the AK out there, even though it's Chinese. Everybody knows. So, yeah. Yeah, Tim. I heard that it was not until. Yeah, I mean, yeah. My Air Force time doesn't necessarily. Hey, how's it going, bud? Candy. Yeah, I'm not. The RXM is really cool. I like the RXM. I've not shot it, but everything I've seen and everything that I've heard from the other YouTubers that I associate with, they all really like it. As like a just stock out the door Glock variant, it's pretty solid. Is what they've all said. Thank you, Pest Control. What's up, Juan? So. Yeah, so I think real quick. So I'm going to turn the camera because I have to turn the camera because I know that some of my guns they're leaning against the vodka. So we're gonna do our toast. So if any of you want to toast with me, obviously I can't see you do it, but you can definitely toast with me. We're gonna do our toast. So we're just gonna turn it this way. Whoop! Hey, other guns. Hey, guys. Not mind the man behind the curtain. Okay. So we're going to go back this way. There we go. So I moved some things real quick. Okay. So here's this. So you can see it's not water. There we go. So we're going to put that here. We're going to back up our camera to there. All right. Okay, sorry. Just wanted to make sure that you guys could see. Can you see me? You guys see me? All right. So tonight, as always, we toast to the 22 veterans that we do push-ups for every day. We toast to the 22 veterans take their own lives and lose the battle with mental health. We toast to our firefighters, our police officers, and our other public defenders and servants that protect our neighborhoods and our communities. and save our lives when we're in need, and when we call out to them for help. And we're going to toast to the families that are still looking for their loved ones, and to the loss of life, and all of the volunteers that are helping down in Texas. So we toast to them. May you find the peace that you need. May you feel our love and our appreciation and support from afar. And God grant you the things that you stand in need of. So, cheers to that, my friends. Oof. All right. Let me set my stuff back up. Set the stuff back up. And we'll do the Chiefs coin. We'll do the Chiefs coin tonight for our coin. All right, we're back up. There we go. So every night we do a toast in remembrance of something or to support something. So obviously you guys don't have to do that. Eheim, I am not a practicing Mormon. I am raised Mormon, but I do not practice. I still agree with and appreciate a lot of the things. Indio, what's going on? So, but I am not a practicing member of the LDS faith. So, thank you everybody for joining us. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new here or if it's been a while, make sure that you're still subscribed and that you ring the notification bell. But yeah, so tonight, we'll talk a little bit about what's going on in Texas. Obviously, it's very sad, the loss of life that's there, but also it is amazing to me. It is amazing to me how selfless communities and Americans really can be. 1911 guy. Nope, that's probably never going to end. Everybody needs to have at least one rifle with old anodized parts. So yeah, it's amazing how much the communities in Texas have come together, all the volunteers. I mean, they actually had to, Brandon Herrera put out a post and said, hey, we've had so many volunteers, so many vehicles and everything that have shown up. The best thing that you can do is actually hold off on showing up. Wrong, you are wrong. While I appreciate you coming in and supporting, that is not always the case. USAF can be attached to Army, and if they're a National Guard unit and the Guard has limited funding, they will still use 20-year-old rifles. So, as I've said, and as you know because you were here talking about it. Yeah. Bro, user 393, what is the backdrop? Well, that's a bottle of 5 Wives vodka. That's a Norinco AK-47 underfolder. That's a PSA Dagger full size, a PSA Dagger micro. There's an AR-10 chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor leaning up, and then in the very back you can see the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, and a Mossberg 930. Type 56, 1911. Type 56. Well, it's supposed to be. It was originally a Type 56, from what I can tell, based on the serial numbers and based on what I've seen about the history of AKs from China. It was a Type 56, got held in customs, was turned into an NHM 90, and then was later turned into, even further, a MAC 90. So it had parts and pieces for a Type 56, had the spiker bayonet lug still attached, and then they removed that, and then they added on like the welded thread holder, and they ground off the bayonet lug. So I still have the original barrel. They took off the original, flash hider that comes on the Type 56. They put on one of those just threaded pieces of rod, and then pinned and welded it in place. They attached an old, like, rubberized garbage single piece. It didn't even have the good chew wood. So, yeah. Rick Jimenez, I don't have a favorite type of whiskey. I have what I have because most of this was brought to me when I kind of started socially drinking, and a bunch of people brought alcohol and they just let me keep it. We had a party and had some friends over, and we all had drinks together, and they brought this and just left it. So this is what I have. I have had some Black Label that I thought was pretty good. I have a buddy who is kind of a whiskey dude. So what I started with on my AK was I took off that nasty monostock that had the thumb hole that wasn't even like the good MAC 90 chew wood that comes from China. User 393, it's not all of my guns, and I don't care if people see my alcohol. That's a personal decision. I am not a drinker. I take one toast shot on my stream, as everybody saw, and I sometimes will have a drink in a casual, very informal atmosphere with my friends. Yeah, I do have an underfolder. What's going on, White Rainbow? Welcome, bud. Hey, I'm sorry that I did not make the connection from our Instagram post as to who you were when you guys did that live stream. So I apologize. But yeah, we're chilling out. We're having fun. We're trying to get to 10,000 subs. We're trying to finish funding the Colt Kodiak. We've got some cool giveaways. Hunter S. Thompson is one of the greatest Americans who has ever lived. Cool. Hey, what's going on, Gunner? What's going on, John? For AK's price to drop like they used to be. That one dude, I don't know if you're going to see that from import AKs, one dude. I think you might see it with domestic AKs, but yeah, I noticed, John. Nice, 1911. I like it. Thanks, Rambo. We're just chilling. Hide your dog, user 393. That's funny. No, it's true. I've totally said it would be hilarious to get like some tannerite and to get like a cigar to put up there, just to like totally like trigger all the ATF bros. I think it'd be fine. Josh, what's going on? No, I've started doing this. I can go, yes, a tannerite cigar. A cigar made from tannerite. That would be immaculate. So, I don't know, my Norinco, the trigger's pretty nice on the Norinco. The stock trigger on a Norinco is, it's pretty sick. I don't think you can send that in the mail, but if you can find a way to get it to my P.O. box safely, without triggering any, like, Department of Homeland Security stuff, 1911 guy, go for it. It happens. It happens, pest control. The Beretta. No, that's a Mossberg 930. So I guess in a way it's a clone, but it's a competitor. This is 100% an ATF psyop. Yeah, I'm waiting for the ATF to try to get to me. Didn't you see my post earlier? That one dude, I totally like posted a picture with my ARP without anything, and then without anything on the buffer tube. Then I threw on a brace, and then I threw on a stop on, and I just posted it because I didn't care. Brodsky, thank you. I think I don't know that I would say it's the most manly table I've ever seen. I would say something that had like, I don't know, Sean Connery fighting a leprechaun over a steak, wearing a kilt, and like eating raw haggis. I would say that would be pretty manly. If you had like, if that was your backdrop, that would be. Go for it, Indio. I appreciate it. Everybody can always use ketchup. Ketchup makes MREs better. Yeah, Russell. Basically, you eat lots of pie, and then what you do is you then have to take the ASVAB, and after you take the ASVAB, but you only get half as much time as all the other branches, and then for everybody that you beat in taking it half time, you get a better score. They add up those numbers, and as long as it's over the number of people that actually took the ASVAB, then they give you a higher rank. So, you know, I've done pretty well. But that is actually a chief's coin. I'm not a chief. That's just a coin that a chief presented to me because I did a really good job of polishing my boots and tying my shoes. So we do have that in common with the Army. You know, we get random shit for just like showing up dressed. So. I won't get charged with a felony. Because here's the thing, I don't keep it that way. It's just explaining and showing how, hey Ty, what's going on? It's just showing how ridiculous it is that they're like, oh, that's a felony. Oh, but that's not. I was not security forces, actually. Jay Kendall, no, that doesn't go into effect until 2026. And it's a little bit hard. It's more involved than that. Interesting, India. Trump has been a little bit disappointing. I'd like to see what's going on with the Epstein list that doesn't exist anymore somehow. Indio, I was attached with an Army unit for 2.5 years. So, yes, I did change the dagger stock triggers. So, remember the Brady ban. Yes. That's right, Russell. Your Army, I'm Air Force. So, A is stolen valor. Lucky. So, not a POG. No, I'm not a POG. Ty, I went to DeltaTeamTactical.com. I'm not sponsored by them. They are based here in Utah. They have pretty good deals on parts. They had some aftermarket triggers, some performance triggers. They're sourced from a company called TF Tactical, and it's called the TF Tactical Lightning 2.0 trigger. It's a short pull, short reset, milled aluminum trigger with a polished bar and polished. It's got another part that's polished. The part of the trigger bar that's actually attached to the shoe, and then the trigger bar that's in the block, those are both polished. So it's got a pretty good pull weight to it. It's like 4.5 pounds, and it's a lot smoother than the hinge trigger on the dagger. That's what I went with. So. Avant Link. What's Avant Link? I'm unfamiliar. No, I was not basically infantry. I don't want to be associated with infantry at all. Plain old grunt. A plain old grunt. Did you get the trigger? No, I did not do the $550 trigger. I did the one that was about a tenth of that. I watched someone lose their, or just having on camo pants before. Yeah, I've put on stuff. I've put on camo before or whatever. I don't put on like my rank or my name. Everybody I think knows my rank at this point, but my full name isn't available, and I try to keep that separate. Their upper destroyed the gas tube. That sucks. Yeah, Ty. Great value for if you have a Glock 19 or Glock 17. The TF Tactical triggers from Delta Team Tactical, great option. Great low-cost option. You fought the Japanese in the Pacific, and you're 30. That's interesting. What bird? What's going on? I like it, Russell. Yeah. I wear OD green because it makes you look harder. Cool. Do you like to look hard in front of lots of people? I would think that's a little bit embarrassing. I, for one, don't like to advertise an erection, but I guess that's up to you. Marpat to the end. Damn right it does. Doing push-ups makes you look hard too. Sometimes I just do push-ups randomly in public. I do 22 push-ups a day and post a video about it to raise awareness for veterans that commit suicide. Because, you know, it's terrible that they do that. Gas tube was too long. Lower parts sucked. Upper was okay. Is that Bear Creek? You said overall Bear Creek? That was the experience you got from Bear Creek? I'm assuming you don't mean the lower receiver, because the lower receiver's kind of just a milled piece of metal. I'm assuming you mean the actual like magazine catch and release and like the fire selector. Oh, Delta Team Tactical uses VCA parts? They also use Stifler Manufacturing, and I like Stifler Manufacturing. User 393, I don't own a Staccato. Okay, alright. I was trying to piece all the things together. But what's going on here? So also, everybody, make sure that you go check out. There's some other channels that I highly recommend. Definitely go check out like FV Ordnance. FV Ordnance is a guy that I respect a lot. He does a lot of shooting. He competes in USPSA and a couple of other organizations. He goes shooting a lot with his kids. He has a really nice collection. Knows a lot about firearms manufacturing. He's like built from the ground up a couple of rifles. So definitely go check out FV Ordnance. I really respect him. I think that he is a very knowledgeable guy. Also, make sure that you check out the Prepared Father, Tactical Dad, Dust Cover Actual. You know, a lot of the guys that you see with the Blue Wrench. Yeah, my experience with Delta Team is that what they typically do is they'll buy. My name's not Rick. I haven't shot the Kuna, but I have a couple buddies that I associate with here on YouTube, and they've shot the Kuna, and they said that it's really nice. Not quite like MP5 nice, but for a sub, $1,100 gun, great introduction to the roller delayed world. So, yeah, I'm not a person that's super. I'm not going to be super critical of manufacturers. I know that everybody has QC control or quality control that they can work on. PSA's gotten better at it. I know they have a couple of little things, but I still really like PSA. I think for bang for buck and also balance of quality, PSA is probably your best bet. Okay, that makes a lot more sense, 1911. With Delta Team, they do. From my understanding, with Delta Team, from the few conversations I've had with them, they source a lot of their stuff as $20 is $20. I like it, Russell. They'll source a lot of their stuff from other manufacturers, like the blemish stuff, and then if it's really blemished, then they'll sell it as blemished as well. If there's very very obvious blemished stuff, then they'll do that. Why is 9mm not 9mm wide? I mean, it's the diameter. Yeah. Yeah, to say, so my recommendation to people when it comes to like purchasing a rifle or a pistol is, what are you familiar with, and what does your budget allow? Like don't get me wrong, I've been talking a lot about PSA and how I think PSA is great. For the same cost as PSA, you could probably buy the parts to build an Aero Precision, which I believe is better quality than PSA, and you would do it for about the same cost as a PSA. Poor Meadows, that's right. Poor Meadows. Snap and Scavenge, welcome, bud. I would say full auto, but then you were like, I'm an armor, so that makes sense that you would probably have a full auto. But it's not for sale. We have to make sure that you know it's not for sale. It is a what is it? It's a demonstration. It's an armor's demonstration to show that that you have the ability to make repairs on classic pre-ban full auto firearms should the need arise. Something to that effect. Money isn't real. That's true. Money isn't real, especially not in this country anymore. Classic off-the-bat Kalashnikova. I love it, Melusine Herrera. Half empty. What's going on, bud? So, ammo. It gives off a vibe. It's just there. It's just background. I mean, I could do the J-Dog thing, and I could put like baby oil up there. Pretty much. That's fine. Yes, and Shrek too. Gabe's Life. What are my two favorite guns to actually shoot? So, if I was going to pick out of all of my guns that I own, my two favorite guns to shoot, now that I've shot it, are my Mossberg. My Mossberg 930 is like a good semi-auto shotgun is a blast to shoot. There's not a lot of recoil. It's really fun because you can shoot it quick. And then after that, it's honestly my 9mm AR. My Aero Precision EPC9. And I love it because it's just fun. It's fairly cheap to shoot, and you can get some basic mechanics built in on the AR platform. It's a good way to learn on an AR platform. It's just fun. So yeah. And, you know, just spend two paychecks on a rifle grill. Kalashnikovs are nice. So technically, I don't have a Kalashnikov. I mean, it's a Type 56 AKM from Norinco. It's built on the same style, but it's not exactly. Like, not anybody really has like a true AK-47 anymore. Like after like 1954, I think it was, they were all AKMs. So, love it. Any thoughts on FRT Super Safe? My name's not Rick. I think FRTs and super safeties are fun. It's not the same. And 1911 guy, like correct me if I'm wrong on this. Everything I've seen on FRTs and super safeties, it's not exactly the same because it's not full auto, and it comes close to mimicking full auto, but it still shoots not exactly the same. That's what I have seen. I haven't shot one. Full disclosure, haven't shot an FRT. Haven't shot a super safety. I've shot a bump stock, and I imagine it's faster than a bump stock, but it's probably not that much faster than a bump stock. It's less travel, I think, is my understanding. Less travel than a bump stock. But they look really fun. If full autos never get, fully approved, if the Brady Act doesn't ever go away and NFA doesn't go away, then FRTs are probably a really cool way to go. And I've told, so like one thing I can say, like with full auto, yeah, FRTs are 100% legal. But like with full auto, I've told people, like, if you've ever shot a full auto, like not 3-round burst, but like full auto, in like an AR type platform, or any type of platform that, for that matter, when you're shooting full auto, you can actually kind of dial in full auto. It's kind of sloppy at first, but if you're going all in, you can actually dial full auto in pretty well. But I don't think you can quite do that with FRT because of the way that it resets. Well, that's the goal. So like with the tax gone, they've already filed lawsuits. Gun Owners of America. Yeah. With Gun Owners of America, Firearms Policy Coalition, Incorporeal. For what? John Wakes, what's going on? Bree? Who's Bree? I don't know what you've been smoking, Bree. So, I do like AKs. Who? Dog's out of here. Get out. That's how you can get canceled on on a live stream when the dogs touch your stuff. Face reveal, yeah. So, GAT. I think what's being implied is kind of the same thing. So GAT. I love my AK, but like when somebody says, "Are you going to choose AK over AR?" Like they're similar platforms in how they function, in terms of like being semi-automatic firearms, and they're cool. But unless I live in Europe or Africa, I'm probably going to stick with the AR platform. And the reason that I'm going to do that is because here in the U.S., it's a lot easier to get ammo for ARs. It's a lot easier to get parts for ARs. And if you do have to travel to Europe, like let's say end of the world, whatever, you deploy, whatever your situation is, because of NATO, finding ammo for an AR platform is still going to be a lot easier than finding it for AK. Now, in Europe and Africa, you might have an easier time finding replacement AK parts and finding AK ammo. And so there's an argument to be made there. If you're from a country in Africa or Europe, or parts of Central Asia where it's legal to own firearms like ARs and AKs, it might be worth making the argument. So, don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't, everybody, please. Don't forget to double tap your screen. And yeah, help us beat the YouTube algorithm. I can see how YouTube is starting to kick our stream, guys. AK-12 mags fresh off the eastern front. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. My name's Rick. I think for the Vector, for the Chris, there's a way to put an FRT in it, but it changes something about the function and it would void any warranties. I think that's part of the problem right now with the FRTs that exist that you could potentially put into a Vector. Somebody was talking about it a couple nights ago. Whereas like an FRT in an AR or an AK, it functions the way that an AR or AK is supposed to. It doesn't do any major modifications that would void any warranties. If that makes sense. Did I, 1911 guy, you're the armorer, I'm not. Again, I'm an enthusiast, and so I get little bits of data from people. And from reviewers, and so that's kind of my understanding of it. So, but please feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Nature Boy, the AK looks strong. It does, doesn't it? Indio. The Amazon just dropped. Oh, are you gonna put a SOP mod on your AR pistol so that then you can swap it back and forth between being a pistol and a short barrel rifle, all willy nilly? Like seriously, like the argument that what I did was a felony. If an ATF agent shows up at my house, one, I'm going to call the cops on it. Because I'm not going to admit to anything. And two, if they have a warrant for something, then they'll get the stock, and that's it. Yes, it's a rifle forever. It forever is transformed. It's like a sex change. It's forever a rifle. Yeah, this is my stock. I swap it for another stock on one of my other ARs. So I love it. This is my favorite kind. This is my favorite kind of live stream because we've got lots of people with lots of different experience, lots of backgrounds, and we're just having fun. That's right, because you can't brace it on your shoulder, Indio. Because if you brace it on your shoulder, then that's breaking the ATF's rules, which aren't laws, but you can still commit a felony by breaking those rules that aren't laws that haven't been voted or passed by Congress. Yeah, you know the whole thing. Yeah, I'm gooning. So. Over under next weekend. Nice box of chocolates. What, obviously brain matters to some people. It doesn't to me, but are you getting a good deal on it? Is it a good one? Yeah, that's what I mean. 1911 guy is the way that the ATF is treating things, where they can change the rules whenever they want, however they want. They don't have to give notice, and if for whatever reason, let's say you're at a range or there's an ATF dude there, that ATF dude could just decide that you're breaking the law. It's stupid. That's why the ATF needs to disappear. Oh man. Hey, you're gonna get yourself in trouble. I keep saying A. I know who you are. I'm just saying A because that's what's there, and it's easier to say that than remember your name. So, but I totally won that contest, Candy. Somebody made a bet that that nobody would go and make a video. That's part of the fun, Gat. It's part of the fun with Candy. Yeah. I say be ungovernable, but be smart about being ungovernable. I agree, Indio. I agree. John. I deleted Facebook. It's not quite as bad as it used to be. I don't think any platform that's out there is quite as Wild West free with getting away with stuff as X. That's why like I'm a little bit more outspoken. Heat shrink. I like it, Baba Booey. Why don't you guys just try and get a job at the ATF? No, cause see, I don't like to shoot dogs. That's like the first thing they ask you in the interview. How do you feel about shooting dogs? It's still the first question they ask you. Can you in good conscience answer that question? Yes. It's ugh. So funny stuff. Man. As a sleeper constitutionalist. Timmy Tons, what's going on, buddy? High-end Remington 700. Oh, that's... Performance-wise, 1911 guy. Weatherby Orion or Remington 700. Is it really gonna... Is it just the... Yeah, that's what I mean. So, Weatherby Orion or Remington 700. Performance-wise, is there really that much of a difference in performance? That's kind of where I am, like, with the difference between a Daniel Defense and a PSA. Like, semi-automatic. Yeah, there might be some. I do have pretty good internet. I am an IT guy. And it's... I like it, Indio. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping in, bud. Check out some of my other stuff. Don't be shy. We try to do lives every night. Yeah, just get some of that. What is it? Lapping compound. Incorporeal, you're back. Thank you for the engagement. Do you want to talk? Are you having a midlife crisis? What's going on, Incorporeal? This is an open forum. You can share your feelings here. Yeah. If you want to do like some inexpensive, trigger performance on like a Glock or pistols, smoothing out your bars and smoothing out the connectors, that can make a big difference. Yeah, Mason's solid. I'm surprised we haven't seen Caleb yet in here. Caleb C. Caleb's my algorithm hunter. He's the one that goes on like it does not matter what I post. That kid is he wants to see this channel grow so much. I think he loves it. So, see, now you guys are starting to talk about shit that I don't know enough about. Well, yeah, you got to be careful about what you're doing, Gat. Mason's like, I get bored at work. I work on a farm, you guys. Candy. So, 1911 guy, you would be a good one to ask. What do you think of the Kodiak, the Colt Kodiak? I grew up shooting a better than say a python or an anaconda, because I've heard that the quality of like the python and the anaconda is not what it used to be. Like kind of the inverse. What's up, Morph? Welcome, friends. Hey, everybody! If you're lurking in the background, if you're not actively in the chat, if you would please remember to like the stream. And if you're liking what we do and talk about here, please subscribe and ring your notification bell, because YouTube will unsubscribe you if you don't ring the notification bell, and they'll probably just unnotify you if you do ring the notification bell. Candy, if it makes you happy to go full feral, just do it. Just freaking do it. Embrace your inner animal. I will straight take my socks off. That's how gay I will go to win. Hey, do you still have that bad spring 1911 guy asking for a friend? So if you look, there's an address if you want to send anything. If you want to send anything to the channel, you can feel free to send it to that PO box. We all need a bad spring. We're just trying to make the firearms safer. My name's Rick. So here's the thing. 45, I think 45 is great for personal defense, all right? But it really what it comes down to, because overall ballistics, I think 45 and 9mm, they have similar enough ballistics in what you're trying to do under like 20 yards, all right? So 45 ACP 9mm under 20 yards, the ballistics don't really matter. because you're going to get a similar effect either way. Where the game changes is concealability and capacity. You're always going to be able to carry more 9mm than you are 45 ACP in a smaller package. If that's important to you, then that's where it comes. Now, if you want to find something that's kind of a good balance between them, then I would say do 10mm. 10mm is going to give you some of that kinetic energy, extra kinetic energy that you get from 45 because of just the weight of the round, because mass makes a difference. All right? And it's also moving, it's smoking hot fast. Whereas 45 ACP isn't moving nearly as fast as 9mm or 10mm, but it's got way more mass behind it. So, but it also depends on like the type of ammo that you're using. Like type of ammo matters a lot. Like really light, really fast ammo. Really light, really fast ammo has been shown to have really, really good overall stopping power if you don't run into heavier, like people that wear heavier clothing. So you don't need to wear like full-on body armor with really light, really fast ammo. So there's risks in using that. But then you don't need to have real strong body armor with really heavy, slower ammo like 45. So again, we're talking, does the average person, it can in comparison to certain types of ammo. It's really, it really just depends on a lot of factors in my opinion. But again, I'm not an expert. 1911 is he's the armor, he's the gunsmith, he's going to know more about it. I think my favorite website when you have questions like that is to check out Ballistics by the Inch, because they have a lot of statistics on different types of ammo, different weights, with different cavitations and things like that, like reverse hollow points versus main hollow points. You're good, Chief. But yeah, Glock 20's a great gun. I think that's a great choice.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna hit him with a rock salt shield first. Then tell him the next one's not gonna be rock salt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Ricky.
So listen up, my fellow gun-loving Americans. A fellow gun tuber by the name of Below Average Utah Dad has just gotten a hold of several of us to do a real challenge. Let me show you how it's gonna go. His challenge is pretty simple, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a draw one shot. Devin, you smart ass. I meant the shooting drill video. We all
Yeah, I would say original 10mm ammo was it's pretty smoking. Smoke, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, that's what I mean is like I like 10mm. Just like I know people are still huge 40 Smith & Wesson fans. Not 40mm. 40mm is cool, but that's not what we're talking about. 40 Smith & Wesson fans, because it does have some cool ballistics. The thing is that for the price of the ammo, you can usually find 9mm that performs just as well. And kind of the same thing with 10mm. You can find 9mm ammo that will perform similar to 10mm. I've actually heard that Glock has been one of the more consistent dudes with 10mm. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody that's a Glock, that's a 10mm guy. The last 10 mil I owned was an EAA Witness from Tanfoglio, and it was great. It was super fun to shoot. It just wasn't concealable. It was full size, and it was really expensive to buy ammo at the time. So. 1911. Do you mean AAC? John Winks, I love it. 10 millimeter lever action. That's a real man right there. Just wanted to make sure. People might go Google PSA ammo and it's like, well, it's AAC ammo, but yeah. Sorry, I wasn't trying to sound pretentious there. But I am kind of a pretentious dick, so I mean it's easy for me to sound that way. I'm sorry. I'm learning. I'm not an expert. I don't know anything. I'm lying. I'm reading a script. I asked AI to write this whole script. Everything you've read so far, everyone, has all been scripted. I asked AI to predict the future and tell me everyone that was going to come in here and what they were going to ask, and it was right. And so I'm reading my script. Right now it's saying I'm supposed to say, everyone, don't forget to like and subscribe. And everyone donate $1. I gotta pay for that damn Kodiak. We gotta get the Kodiak paid for. Yeah, I was gonna say, I know that you can buy 1911 frames and build them out. I've even seen that people have a couple of walkthroughs on how to convert like a 1911, if you already have one, to a double stack, but it's not easy. So, actually, I was making a joke on Stifler's live earlier today that it would be really cool if he were to do like a skeletonized frame for a skeletonized steel frame for a Glock that you could put, you know, different scales and back plates and stuff on, and make like a really cool, like all steel Glock. That's pretty cool. 1911 guy. It's pretty sick. So. I know my dad. How many of you know my dad? How about that? That's right. I know. It would be awesome. It would be awesome if they expanded and started making frames. I think that would be really cool. You guys, oh man. Oh, between Candy and Mason and John, we've got like tism overload. Oh boy. I don't know. Yeah, just a little. There's a little bit of tism going on, guys. What are you talking about? I mean, just a little bit. There's just some. Little teeny some. All right, stand by, guys. I gotta go use the restroom. I'll be back.
Hey Mia, hey, have you eaten any dinner yet? Hey, we should probably think about doing something for dinner.
Oh, 1911 guy. What was everyone's first gun? So, 1911 guy, I actually have the first gun that I ever was given. Straw Pie, what's going on, man? Welcome. That makes sense, Mason. You failed first grade. Lots of people fail first grade. Candy never went to school. Now that's not true. Runs at walls. Ruger Hard R series. I don't know, Smokey. They helped me back because they said I'm too underdeveloped mentally. Smith and Wesson M&P. I like M&Ps. Several of my YouTube buddies, they have M&Ps, and they swear by them. So I would say M&P is solid. So 1911 guy, my first rifle was a Marlin Model 60, and it's sitting in the room with me. That one was given to me by my dad when I was very young, and I still have it to this day. Zastava every day. Zastava over Riley Defense every day. Now, if you can't find a good price on a Zastava, a Riley can be okay as long as you're getting one that's a forged series. taught me things, and I took a GED before Stillwater, and then did undergrad. Cool. What's your master's in, Candy? My first pistol was that EAA Witness, that 10mm Witness, that I owned. I went to technically college. I love it. Sus, what's going on, buddy? Welcome. Yes, I have heard that, Straw Pie. And I think a couple things need to happen. Thank you, Sus. I think a couple things need to happen before Zastava is blocked entirely. But I don't think it's a sanctions thing. I think that has more to do with keeping those firearms in Europe. I love it, Smoke. Yeah. Same with my Marlin Model 60. It's been in my family. I think my dad said his dad bought it when they were like 10. So I think some of it has to do with taxes and tariffs, but I think the other part of it is to keep the firearms in Europe, because if I remember right, Zastava does a lot of sales and trading. Zastava's not from Ukraine, they're from Romania, right? Where's Zastava based? Yeah, that's 1911. That's why I haven't done, like, if you look at mine, that's why I have Yugo handguards on mine. That's why I have a Polish underfold stock, because get original Norinco Type 56 barrel with the bayonet lug, to refang it, to get the chew wood, and to get the Norinco underfold stock, it was going to be like an additional $2,000, and I was like, no. I was like, I will put other stuff on it and make it look as close to being the Type 56 that it is, without spending that kind of money. I'm not interested in the aesthetic, the overall aesthetic of it, that much. I couldn't remember who makes them. I think the big thing is that they are trying to keep, because a lot of the parts function on other AKs, and I think exactly, and that's what I think it comes down to. Could they make more money overall shipping them this way? Yeah, probably. But with everybody building up their stuff. Because to make them military, full auto and all that, that's not a stretch to do. If they even do it. Dude, just do the work yourself. Buy a regular AK. Satsuna, that's not always true. That's not always true. Clearly, they're right there. It's not a felony. Now, if you're drunk and carrying a firearm, that is a felony. But having them in the same room is not a felony. Straw pie. I grew up shooting a Smith & Wesson 44, but I'm trying to buy a Colt Kodiak. I mean, technically, Mason, the one that I just did where I said become ungovernable, technically that was a felony, but I mean, I undid it. Love it, 1911 guy. It's Wanks, dude. I was looking at prices. It's going to cost less for that Kodiak than it's going to be for the Colt Python. Although the shop that I bought the Mossberg from did call me today and said they had a 4-inch Python in stock for about 1,000 muchachos. But I want that 6-inch barrel, and because it's the Kodiak, because I'm from Alaska, and it's it's like a beefed up Anaconda. I think that fits more kind of the style of the channel, just something kind of different and unique, and I can tell some funny stories about it and make shit up. It'll be great. The SAT. So yeah, I am at the cost of a Python. I was like, I'd rather just have 44 Magnum, and the Kodiak is kind of unique in the way that it's made and everything. So that's what we're doing. Anybody that wants to help the channel get a Colt Kodiak, that's what your super chats go to right now, or your memberships. That's what we're doing. If we reach our donation goal, the person that crosses the donation goal threshold wins a whole bunch of swag. It's a couple $100 in swag. Hey, 911 guy, if you're interested in one, I know a guy that has one. It's not cheap, but he has one in the box with the blue felt and everything. Straw pie, I think 380 is a great sub 10 yards personal defense gun. Or a backup gun. If you wanted to have like a super compact backup gun, ankle gun or something like that, super flush, I think 380 could be good. I think it can serve a purpose. Yeah, as a backup gun. I wouldn't make it my primary unless you wanted to not like carry an off-body bag and you exercise a lot. If you wanted to, carry a really flush small thing. And Mexicans has just identified himself as the chauvinist of the group. It's for women and wives and girlfriends. Straw pie. I don't own any. I own Nerf guns. Those are air guns technically. So, but yeah, for those of you interested in knowing how close we are, we have $300 until the next swag giveaway, and I think at that point I will have enough that I can buy the Kodiak. So if we get to $300, I do the swag giveaway. In $75, we get to the next $100 thing, and that's what? What about airsoft patch? Oh, I just use snap caps and dry fire. Do you have and get? Oh, an FRT. I don't, Sat. I don't have an FRT. I have an F-22 patch that says first shot, first look, first kill, and it's a balloon.
2 things, Dad.
What's up?
1, steel chairs do exist.
Oh, you got one.
Obviously not to the extreme, because
Not quite, yeah.
because
it's ghost type.
no, because that's what my average
Go on.
Unovan.
Patch.
That's what my average Unovan
Uh,
Zora looks like. So, knowing you, probably 3,000 pounds.
Maybe.
Yeah, that seems about right for you.
Strop, I have one bolt action rifle, but it is not at this house. It's at my mom's farm up in Idaho. Because I sometimes go hunt deer in Idaho.
And then
It's
second,
a Springfield 30-06.
second, I do want to go on camera for this. Where's the
The
camera?
camera's over there. You're not gonna. They're not gonna know
okay.
what that means.
1 million dust.
Very good.
I did it. Literally every single gimme ghoul has ran away from me since I caught my steel chair, though.
Let's go see, guys. I'm gonna take a break real quick. Please feel free to continue speaking and chatting with one another. I'm gonna go make sure that my kids that are here, that we've got some food going. I'm gonna play some gun sounds for everybody. I've not seen any of those trending online.
Oh, yeah, one more final thing.
Alright, we're playing Gunfire. Gunfire at the Range is playing, friends. Enjoy the gunfire sounds while I go make sure we've got food and everybody's still alive. Alright.
For those who want more out of every moment this summer, Mazda has more 2025 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus awards than any other brand as of May 2025. What more could you ask for? Discover how Mazda has more to move you today. Visit iihs.org to learn more.
Where's your playlist taking you? Down the highway? To the mountains? Or just into daydream mode while you're stuck in traffic? With over 4,000 hotels worldwide, Best Western is there to help you make the most of your getaway. Wherever that is. Because the only thing better than a great playlist is a great trip. Life's the trip. Make the most of it at Best Western. Book direct and save at bestwestern.com.
CrowdStrike, Endpoint Security. CrowdStrike pioneered an adversary-focused approach to modern endpoint security. Contact us to learn how you can stop adversaries faster with CrowdStrike Endpoint Security.
All right, friends, I'm back. Sorry that took so long. Good. I'm glad you grew a beard. That's your first step towards gay recovery. 69 by 69. Nice. Double nice, by the way. 45 Super. Isn't that a mod? It's like 10 millimeter buffer. All right. Did you guys scare away any new people? Maybe a little bit. What caliber should you train with? A 22 long rifle has too much recoil. Nerf. Nerf micro. Six millimeter shot. Wish.com Nerf. I love it, Bucky. I love it. I'm a real man. My carry is 22 short. I love it. Oh man. What is that round? Isn't there a round that's like a 17 millimeter that's out in front of it's like thrown on the end of a freaking like 30-06 or 308? Sorry, 17 HMR. It's like a 17 HMR, but it's not on a 17 HMR shell. It's like something that's necked down to 0.17. Hey Lane, what's going on, buddy? Is that what it is? I thought there was one that was bigger than that. Like it's supposed to be like just stupid fast. 1750 BMG. Does it just like disintegrate the round before it leaves the barrel? I'm just realizing my camera is crooked. Oi, everybody that's still here, thank you for sticking around, and everybody that's joining us. Google 22 Ergesplitten Ludenboomer. For those of you just joining us, please feel free to hit the like button. It helps the stream. It helps other YouTubers like myself. Candy, FB Ordnance. 1911, do you have a YouTube channel? You've got a YouTube channel? Yeah, there we go. Go check out 1911 guy. I like it. Go check him out. Unknown, what's going on, buddy? Cool. Real platinum. I don't know. Isaac, no, I'm not going to do a desk pop. But thank you for asking. I appreciate that. Don't forget to like the stream, you guys. And if you're new and you like the conversations in the chat and what we talk about, please remember to subscribe. Coco, what's going on? All right, where were we? Okay, how are we gonna get this going? We need to get some more people back in here, and we need to infect YouTube. Who's live right now? Darkwater, Carson, and Dangerous. All right. Let's see if we can get everybody. Let's see if we can jack with the algorithm a little bit. I want to try something. Okay, I want everybody to go over to Carson's stream. Jeffrey, what's going on, bud? That's right, Guns and Alcohol. So everybody hear me out. Let's see if we can get the algorithm to work for us, because it's built on likes, and it's built on shares, and it's built on subscribes. So let's all go over to Carson's stream. Everybody like the stream. Everybody comment and say hi. And let's see if we can get his to boost and get a big jump. And then we'll come back and we'll say, hey, we're trying to boost the stream and the algorithm, and then we're headed back over to mine. And there's another guy named Darkwater, and we'll see if we can get his to boost too. He has 30 watching. Carson has 30 watching. Dangerous has like 5 watching. I'm just wondering if we can do that. Like if we all jumped into Carson's and liked it and commented, and then all jumped into Darkwater's and commented and liked, and then like everybody went back their separate ways. If everybody from all the streams jumped into each other's stream and liked it, if it would throw it into the algorithm and get a bunch more people to start coming back in. Because that's how the algorithm is supposed to work. So I want to try it out. Okay, I'm going over to Carson's right now. He's got 40 people watching, and I'm going to let him know what we're doing. So everybody, if you're there, go into Carson's stream, like it, leave a comment, and then I'm headed over to E-Rives. Or not E-Rives, to Dark Waters. Okay. So, you don't have to, but that's what I'm doing. And then I'm headed over to Darkwater, and it's at Darkwater Actual. I'm gonna throw some stuff at his stream. So there we go. Now I'm going back to Carson's. Well, actually, I'm going to go to Dangerous's. All right. Back to Carson's. All right. Mexican's working on his dad bod like me. I mean, that's... I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Got to do 22 push-ups a day and then some other stuff and then eat healthier. Although admittedly I've not been eating healthy the last week. Basically since last Friday. Hopefully, Ate 14 tacos today. That's hilarious. Oh man. What is the best to everything I'm doing again? Alright. Well, I don't know how well that worked. I tried to go help everybody, and I don't know how well it worked. I've been in the rut before with YouTube, so I always get like really protective of everybody, and I'm like, I really hate how YouTube treats content creators like us, and so I just want people to be successful. Collect on it. No, that is the best way. That is the best way to test your physical and mental fortitude. Eat Taco Bell and then go get stuck in traffic. Ultimate test of dexterity. What's going on, David Lee? Hey, Dangerous. That algo working? Alright, I'm going to turn off our gun sounds. There. Gun sounds off. That is a Chinese Type 56. It's a Noriko. Oh yes, this guy, this clown. Lil Chris the rapper. His live stream is always goofy. Okay. I think that's just about all the gun tubers that are live right now. There's a lot of people that just read the Bible. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize how many people do that. Oh. Okay, well, cool. Cool. Precision Firearms TV. How much would you say an Alaskan 500 Smith & Wesson is worth? I'm looking at one now and would like some input. I was going to say, I'm not the person to ask that. 1911 guy, though. David Lee, no, my firearm is not full auto. All of my firearms are semi-automatic. Um, 1911 guy. Did you want that contact information for the guy that I know that has the like late 60s, early 70s Python? It's a blued. It's not a stainless, it's a blue. Slick, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. Shoot me an email. What's a good email I can shoot you at, or just shoot me an email if you don't want it plastered over here. Mine is, I'll put mine up. Not for 4K. If they're selling at 3,500 and he's asking 4K, if he's agreed to 32, I mean that's, if you're looking at it from a resale point of view, you're only making a 300. That's only a 10% profit if you can get somebody else to buy it. Yeah, I was gonna say, based on what 1911 guy said, I don't know that I would offer more than 2,500, but I've done sales before in lots of different fields, and I kind of understand the concept. Like, you kind of really have to super underbid. Like if you offered 32 and he immediately agreed, that's probably way over what he was actually hoping to get for it. Is kind of my thoughts. So, but I mean that's just a. That's just like a sales perspective. So, Yeah, 1911 guy. If you email me, I'll send you some pictures of that pistol and get you some contact info if I can. That literally looks like a piece of concrete. Should steak be eating medium rare or well done? Well, that depends on whether or not you like the taste of cured leather. If you don't, then you should eat it medium rare. Yeah, good response, Mexicans. Have you ever eaten the bottom of a shoe? I'm not mad at the keyboard, I just type fast because I have to. It's my job. Typing fast is part of the job. Part of the job description. IT and Air Force and guns and all the things and stuff. Hey, I love it. We're up to 46 likes, you guys. 46 likes. 14 people watching. Let's make sure we like the stream, and please, if you like guns and alcohol and the Constitution, and you like stuff, you like talking, subscribe. That's what we like here. That's how we roll. Who else? Oh yeah, there we go. Ready to carry's got a bunch of people on there. That's good. Dangerous has got 7. I love it. Darkwater's up to 36. Alrighty. You've never heard me say a curse word? That's weird. I definitely have sworn on stream. I'm usually pretty good about it, but I know that I swear on stream. Spas 12 is pretty cool. Like, it's definitely a collector's piece. Yeah. Is it the best shotgun? I would venture to say that there are shotguns that are out there that are probably substantially better than the Spas 12, but it's just kind of a cool, iconic gun. Dude, I saw one at a Cabela's near me. It did have the underfold spiker bayonet, and it did have what looked to be some original stuff with it, but yeah, it was still like $1,600, and I'm like, for an SKS, are you kidding me? Pretty sure my AK is more accurate than that SKS. Dude, I want if somebody wants to buy my AR, I would want I would want well over what I paid for it. Mine's an Anderson. I know what I got. Can't even get those anymore. Anderson AR. What's up, Ammo? Are you doing the same thing, kind of hopping between the lives? What steak restaurant do I go to? I actually don't like getting steak at restaurants anymore. I usually get burgers. Because it's hard to mess up a burger. It's pretty easy to mess up a steak at a restaurant, especially when you order it a certain way. There are some kind of smaller restaurants that I'll get steak at, but for the most part, I cook my own steak. You got a Delta team, dude. If you want to, like I said, hey, you're an FFL. I'll send you my CCW. You can do my background check and see. And send me the 4473. I'll fill it out, and you can do my background check, and then you can ship it to me. Yeah, shoot me an email. I'll send you my CCW number for Utah. And then you can ship it to my PO box. Because technically it's coming from an FFL. Actually, I heard someone say that, like, if you purchase it and you can fill out the FFL paperwork and it can be verified that it's correct, then because when you go in person, you fill everything out, you sign everything, and they take a photocopy of your license. And really, they're just verifying that the person handing you the license is the person on the license. Well, that guy's a moron. That's hilarious. Like, that's one of those things that, like, when you hear about people saying that, like, why would you... That's one of those jokes I'm like, that doesn't even make sense that you would make that joke. Like, you know that someone is going to take that the wrong way. You know that someone is going to go, oh my gosh. I believe you. I know what you mean. He knows what he meant. But you know that the passerby heard that and went, get it. Oi. Everybody, if you're just joining us, obviously we want the We want the stream to do well and to grow. So please feel free to like and subscribe. I've already lost one subscriber from this. Okay. Yes. Oh. Oh, hold on, guys. My kid's coming for me. Ezra, I didn't hear what you said. Oh, I'm sorry. Alrighty. I am back. What's going on, Dust Cover? Alrighty. I think I'm gonna kill this stream and start the late night one. It's almost 9 o'clock. This one's been going for 3 hours. I think I need to start a new stream. What we'll do, we'll call it we'll do the nighttime or overnight gun talk and ASMR. And that way it's the ASMR stream. So, we gotta restart the algorithm. It happens every once in a while. When the chat and the stream gets this dead, we gotta restart it. So thank you everybody for joining us and all the new subscribers. I think we got 5 new subscribers, so I appreciate that. And we're gonna start a new stream. So stay tuned. I hope you have your notification bells ring. We're gonna start a new conversation, new stream, and get ready for our overnight ASMR stream. Hopefully, it does not get freaking flagged and knocked off. So, love you guys. Talk to you in a bit.